All right, time now is 7:43, I think. Yeah, on April 7th. So I hope I slept for 5 hours. I did fall asleep at around 2:15 or something, I think, because I was that tired. Um, so yeah, no, I didn't sleep for more than 5 hours. I slept for about 4 hours and 45 minutes, if that's the case. Um, so yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm really tired. If you can't tell, I'm really, really tired. Um, anyways, I'm going to have a math class later. I'm gonna turn on my camera because I'm gonna receive extra credits if I do so. Um, yeah, and that's actually not cool because math class is boring as hell. And I'm not going to write a lot of notes for math class because a lot of the stuff I study in this course I've already studied before. Um, so yeah. Aside from that, I also have a bunch of stuff to do today. So of course, it's somehow already been one whole week since the meeting with the short film guy, so I'm going to have to um make the script, make the new version of the script, and then send it to the short film guy and wait for another meeting to be called. Next up, we have, yeah, that's all. I mean, I have a couple of videos that I want to film and put out today. Um, the other one is a bit of a more experimental in nature, an album review for sure, for sure. And then at around 4 p.m., I'm going to have a haircut. That's right, folks. I'm going to have a haircut. I didn't realize this, but actually, it's been 2 months since my last haircut. 2 months. It's been a long time since I've waited this long just to not have my hair cut. So it's gonna be a lot to cut. Yeah, not much else to add. Zara, Natalie, and Grant hung out together again yesterday. And also Grant and Marty, they're close again for some reason. But yeah, that is all. I don't know what to say, man. Like again, I don't care about those things anymore. Or at least I try my best to not care. And I mean, speaking to people is fun, but ultimately, especially because school is already over, talking to friends is meaningless apart from the idea that it's fun to speak to people. Um, yeah, it's just the state of everything and how everything are. Um, yeah, that is all. Time now is 10:35. That was so boring. My class is finished, and holy shit, I'm so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. It's I can't. I don't know why. Actually, it usually kind of depends on sleep cycle and at which point of the sleep cycle do you wake up in. And um I know for a fact that if I fall asleep at around 2:30 or 3 at around 8:30, I'm going to if I wake up at around 8 or 8:30, I'm going to feel fine. Since I woke up today at 7, and you know how sleep cycles usually isn't 1 hour long, right? So I'm in the middle of a more like deep sleep state. So I'm supposed to feel sleepy. I'm supposed to be sleeping, and I feel really sleepy now. Also, I'm still feeling a little dizzy from all the boat sickness. Um, as much as I want to go to a re-sleep, I don't think I will. Um, yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. I think I'm gonna film a review now, and then I'm going to have a lunch. Though, realistically, I don't know, man. Realistically, I think yeah, I have more time than that, So, I'll think about it. It is fourth. Fuck. Alright, about to have a haircut. Time now is about 5:20. Alright, so I've returned home. I have a new haircut now, and the barber added a trench in my head again. The barber said I grew taller, but skinnier, which is weird because my mom said I'm fatter. So maybe it's just a matter of I don't freaking know. Like the truth is hard to tell. But yeah, that's all. That's all I really want to say. I don't freaking know. It is 1:30 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why, but I look a little unusual. Maybe it's because I haven't seen myself in short hair in 2 months, but I think it's something else. I think it's something wrong with my face. Like, it's a little, I don't know. But anyways, my barber said, I've grown skinnier. I know I've said this. And, that's kind of weird because my mom said I got fatter. And I was thinking, I'm gonna go to the electronic balance tomorrow and see how much I weigh. And if I had dropped back down again, because I went from 135 to 125 in the first 2 months this year. And then I managed to gain 3 more pounds afterwards. Um, I did continuously work really hard to eat as much food as possible while respecting my own appetite, meaning that I'm not gonna force myself or anything because I'm not that harsh towards myself, even though I should be. Um, if I drop back down, fuck, I have to eat more. And also, I think partially it's me running, doing like these cardiovascular exercises, these aerobic exercises. Um, Now push-ups and sit-ups, I thought they would help my weight gain and muscle building, but I don't know if they somehow indirectly make me lose weight as well, which is going to be concerning. So again, my plan is always get fat first and then do lots of push-ups and sit-ups to gain muscles. But I don't have that much time. I mean, in about 4.5 months, I have to go to the USA, and when I arrive there, I don't want to look like a matchstick. It's just going to make me an even easier target when it comes to hateful attacks. Also, I can hear from standing right here that someone's in the bathroom right now, and that's bad because I originally planned to sleep right now, but of course, someone has to be in the bathroom every time. Anyways, I finished watching a movie. I did do some homework today. However, I did not finish everything because I just kinda don't have time. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a film quiz tomorrow, and then, yeah, that's all. I also finished my, hopefully the final version of my super tiny short film script, Dreams of an Empty Street, which is not that great of a name. Originally, it's called Within Her Arms, which I don't know why, but lately, and by lately I mean ever since a few months ago, like I love titling my stories and titling things. Like I like to give things titles, and I really like the idea of just being within someone and within someone's arms. And originally it's called Within Her Arms, which is kind of poetic, kind of beautiful. And given how the short film is actually about main character longing for love so much so that he gets well, it's ambiguous if he gets killed or not. I don't know if he gets killed or not at the end. It's supposed to be ambiguous, but he falls in for a female demon, and the title card of the short film will not be in the beginning. It will be at the very end, once he gives in to the female demon within her arms. So people going into the short film would think, oh, so it's a romance. And then wait, it's kind of a horror? And then at the end, oh, it's that's what it means. Oh my God. Mind blown. So but however, within her arms, it's not as catchy. The Dreams of an Empty Street is a little bit more, hey, something weird, check it out. But I'm gonna add a subtitle, like a smaller title. Yeah, I also spent a lot of time just writing, like brainstorming ideas for my TV show about stuff. I'm not gonna reveal it right now, but yeah, I'm going to bed. That's it. Shoot, I forgot to shut off my laptop. Hold on one moment. Yeah, not much tomorrow. I'm going to take a rest. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a rest. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. And I'm feeling really tired and sleepy right now, and I'm feeling a little dizzy still. I don't know, man. Really don't know. Alright, well, I archived a bunch of Instagram posts again. Now my public Instagram account went from, like, I think 30 something posts to just 4. Like, I archived half of all my Instagram posts like a few months ago, and then I archived a lot again today because I realized that it's, like travel photos, for example. I mean, sure, it's good to show off, hey, I've been to these places, I've enjoyed the trip, but at the end of the day, who cares? Nobody goes, oh my god, he went on to a trip, that's fucking crazy. Like, I should really care about it. It's very life-changing. Oh my god. Like, nobody cares, especially when it comes to someone like me, who's not important. So, I archived, like, most of my travel photos. However, some of them are pretty good, so I kept them. And then for my public account, I only have 4 posts left. Yeah, and it's good to have fewer number of Instagram posts, because the fewer number of Instagram posts you post, the more mysterious you are, the more unpredictable you are, the less people know about you, and that's a good thing. Always be friendly, so whenever you post something, be friendly, sound nice, but don't post too much, because you gotta have to retain that mystery. Like Mary, the Mary formula. Lots of friendliness, but a bit of mystery. Something's wrong, and the mystery is not, little enough to make you go, okay, she's probably just a normal person. But it's not so much so that you're like, okay, she's crazy. It's just right at the perfect amount of mystery, where you're like, ooh, something's going on with her, but who knows? And that's the Mary formula, and I'm applying it to myself, if people around me were characters, like, they actually impacted me a lot, each and one of them. I hate to say this, but people like Bernice, Cedric, Natalie, Jordana, Leo, Pink, Mary, they all impacted me in different ways. For instance, I don't want to talk too much, it's been 8 minutes. For instance, yeah, Mary definitely impacted me a lot. I mean, the fact that I used to write diaries, I don't write them anymore. I guess Jordana and Natalie somehow made me a more realistic person, which is a good thing. I don't know, man. I gotta sleep. Time now is 1:10 p.m. on April 8th. Yes, I'm right. I went to bed at around 2 something, and I just fell asleep immediately. Not really immediately, it still took a few minutes, but I just slept all the way. At around 7 something, I woke up, and then I fell asleep again But yeah, overall it was pretty damn good. It was a damn good sleep, I must say. So yeah, I'm feeling really good right now. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna finish the college film homework because there's a quiz that I have to finish before 3 p.m., which is 12 at midnight for the USA, so I have to finish it. And then afterwards I'll film a movie review and album review and yeah, just that's it, you know. Nothing all that crazy. Yeah, that's all. That really is all. I've been learning so much filmmaking from YouTube, more so than in my own film school, like in my own college. So that's the thing. Um, but yeah. Oh well. I got nothing else to add. I got nothing else to add. Um, Again, I would like to say that um, I'm gonna try my best to do these thoughts update videos as less as possible. Nowadays I do this daily because this has become my diary essentially. I stopped writing diary and now I just speak. But to be fair, if I write diaries still and not make videos like this, I would probably write way less than I do speak. Because usually when I speak, I just go on. So, I don't know, maybe I should try one video in one day only. Or one video in 2 days only. And then try to dilute it from here on out. But yeah, that's all. Nothing special.
You shower sinabi. I will cook only so that you can clean it.
Okay, so I just ate a boiled egg and some biscuits, and also this is a gummy burger. And this is a really special thing. Oh, also I ate one piece already. There are three pieces. This is really special. When I was younger, I used to keep these gummy burgers, and I would only eat them on special occasions. But now I just don't care. So, fun fact. Time now is 10:30 p.m. First of all, I got a 38 out of 40 in my film quiz, which basically means I got one question wrong. Which is not bad. In my first attempt I got 34 out of 40 because I got that 3 questions wrong, but I could actually do it again. So yeah, there's that. So anyways, I'm not gonna do too much for the rest of the day. There's college homework to do, and then I'm gonna watch anime, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow I have a math class again, which is gonna be boring, but you know, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, that's all really. Ate a boiled egg, like I said that already. Yeah, I just went onto the electronic balance. I'm at 131.1, actually 131 pounds. Yeah. 131 pounds. I've gained 3 pounds again from last time, so that's pretty cool. And I think I should probably record my weight. I think that would help track the progress. Why didn't I do that before? I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'm gonna write it down. April 8th, 131. I don't know, man. Look a little different though. I don't know why. Look a little different. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Yeah, nothing else to add. I want to say something, but I don't have anything to say. Right. Okay, this is not important at all. So, Josh and Miriam decided to hang out again. They were like having a picnic or something. And, this really weird Instagram story where, and I don't know if it's Miriam or not, but basically, like, Josh asks someone to add some hand sanitizer on him, squirt some hand sanitizer on his hand from a bottle about this big. And he took a photo of it and put it on Instagram and saying, "Damn, why is it so white and sticky?" It's so stupid, but it's just classic Josh, you know. Yeah, but you know, it's important. It's unimportant. Yeah, I'm gonna do college homework. Screw it. So time now is 7:46 a.m. in the morning on April 9th. I don't know what's wrong with me. I went to bed at around 2:20 something a.m. and I just couldn't really fall asleep the whole way through. I just didn't sleep at all. Um but it's not like insomnia in that I feel like I've been half awake, half asleep the whole time for 4.5 hours. I feel like I'm half awake, half asleep. Like, I don't know. It's I really felt awake. Like I know I'm sleeping. I'm not necessarily opening my eyes, you know, I'm closing my eyes. And I do like still have certain like dreams, but like just glimpses of them. And yeah, and then at around 4:30 I'm like just screw it. And then I checked the time and it was already 4:30 and then I turned it off and I continued to be half awake, half asleep. And it's just very frustrating. Um, I had a dream, even though I wouldn't call it a dream because I was kind of half awake. But I ate some red beans and I was like, what the fuck? And then I threw up blood. I coughed blood after eating some red beans. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna re-sleep or not because right now I don't feel sleepy. I don't feel sleepy at all. Um, though I feel a little dizzy, and when I was on the bed, I already felt kind of dizzy. So yeah. Anyways, no news from the outside world side of things, I guess. Um, it's gonna be probably months until I get another chance to meet people, and it's whatever. I don't care anymore unless the people is married, you know. Uh, yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna re-sleep or not, but I have to check my schedule. Um, yeah. That's all. All right. So time now is 2:16 p.m. I did go back to sleep because I thought I had more time. Um, so at around 11, I went back to bed, but I still couldn't sleep for an entire hour. And then I thought to myself, maybe it's because it's too cold. Maybe it's a temperature thing. So I turned off the air conditioner and I actually did fall asleep. So I eventually did fall asleep for about 1.5 hours, and it is amazing. As little as it is, being able to fall asleep is a fantastic thing, and yeah, uh, I'm happy that I'm able to fall asleep. Afterwards, when I woke up, suddenly I realized that, not suddenly I realized that, I found out that my mom sent a text message to me saying that we will be going to my mom's friend's place again for dinner. And she's asking if I will be going or not. And I'm like, well, couldn't have picked a better time to ask me than now because I've had my re-sleep and I've got a lot to do for the rest of the day. And so I decided not to go. So I will not go, meaning that I will buy dinner by myself, all by myself, and I'll be spending the entire afternoon and night at home. And that's a wise decision because I have so much to do. I have an album review to film and edit. I have a thoughts update video to edit. I have college homework. I need to watch 4 episodes of anime, and I'm gonna play some Minecraft. I know the usual stuff, but definitely not as boring as, if I go to my mom's friend's place, all I do will be sitting down, listening to music for 9 hours. That's all I'm gonna do. So, yeah, that's all. So I don't know, I'll probably just be buying McDonald's or something. Maybe like a milkshake, because I don't know, I really want to drink a milkshake. Also, I feel like part of the reason why I couldn't sleep yesterday, or more like this morning, is because of the fact that I drank a lot of non-water. Like, yesterday I drank soda. No, 2 days ago I drank a can of Sprite. And yesterday I drank a lot of mango juice and apple juice. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it just feels wrong. But, yeah, that's all. Alright, so time now is 7:37 p.m. I am in my streetwear. Now, something came up. Basically, okay, I think I've said this, but right now my brother and my mom are also at my mom's friend's place, and I'm completely alone at home, and I don't have dinner. So I'm gonna go out and buy dinner. And I could buy many things. I could go to Daigalog or Daifiwood and buy, like, I don't know, sweet and sour pork rice, which is amazing, but I recently ate that already, I think. And I'm not interested in it right now. They're spaghetti, but not in the mood. So I'm gonna just go buy McDonald's, something like that. McDonald's dinner. It's been a while since I've had McDonald's, to be honest. And I'm gonna get a milkshake if I can. I don't know why. I'm just really in the mood for a very sweet milkshake. Yeah. Lonely night. I also spent like an hour playing Minecraft, right? Just then. And that's pretty cool. And I explained that tonight I'm gonna be spending my time alone, and I like that. I hate loneliness, but from time to time, it's good to have some alone time to yourself. But that being said, in general, I hate loneliness, in general. Here I am in the middle of the night. Not really in the middle of the night. It's hard to film myself around here without looking like a total fucking idiot, so it's actually pretty cold right now. It's 20 or 21 degrees or something. Alright, there we go. That's the McDonald's I'm talking about. Right around that corner. Fun fact. There was a time when I and Natalie and Cedric just sat there and chat. There was once upon a time. It is 8:13. I'm back home. I bought $51.5 worth of stuff. First of all, chocolate milkshake, like I've promised myself. Next on the agenda, I have Angus beef burger with mushroom and cheese, and also large fries. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take a shower now, and I don't want this to get cold, so I'm gonna be very fast, okay? Well, time to eat dinner alone again. Cheers. It's 11:11 p.m. My voice is clear again. I don't know what happened. man. I really don't know. I feel like it's the cold drink that made me relax my vocal cords. Yeah, I did spend some time editing a thoughts update video today afternoon, which I reflected upon Mary having a boyfriend. Still to this day, even though I've pretty much gotten over it within a couple days, which is very impressive. I um, I still think that this is a really tragic news. I I still think it's sad. Um, I try not to feel bad about it. I try to think about other stuff, but it's sad news nonetheless, and that's the truth. And again, if Mary decides not to go to graduation dinner, if graduation dinner is a thing, again, I know talk about graduation dinner a lot, but I really have nothing else, like nothing better to talk about. Um, if Mary doesn't go there, there's actually no point for me to go as well, because um, because there's really no point in like visiting the past, because it's not beneficial, not anymore. Um, but Mary, I want to see her because I'm interested. I think she's a fascinating character. Um, so it comes from a personal place. But if Mary doesn't go, then I'm not even going to like care, I guess. Yeah, my parents are still not home. I'm still alone, which is fine. And I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna do some college homework. I'm gonna watch anime, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Um, yeah. I'm also going to take a rest tomorrow. Hopefully, I get to go somewhere on the next day. Basically, my entire next week is free because of spring break. Spring break. Um, but the funny thing is, everybody already had their Easter breaks last week. Um, so I'll be free next week, but I really don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know how much can happen. I really don't think people like Miriam or Zara will hang out with me again. I don't think. I mean, maybe they will, but it's going to be a long time from now, and the next time will probably be the last time ever in my life. Um, if there's a next time, if not, then the last time is the last time. Come to think of it, after the DSEs, I never had a meal with Natalie, even though we saw each other on September 10th. Um, yeah. Um, again, I try to put my mind on something else. The last time me, Natalie, and Cedric hung out together was August 31st of 2019. It's nearly 2 years now. Um, and I think that's gonna be the last time because this year I'm gonna go to USA anyways. Who knows about the future, man? Yeah. Um, there's something I thought of. I think my mom thinks I've grown fatter or broader, while my barber thinks I've grown skinnier. Maybe neither of it is true. Maybe I've stayed the same, or maybe not much has changed, anyways. But the reason why they thought differently is because of how I act, not really how I look. Like if I act tough, meaning I act, calm, laid back, very confident. like when I'm at home, not confident, but just laid back, then I would seem like a grown ass man. But when I'm outside and I act a little more anxious and stiff, then I'm gonna act skinnier, then I look skinnier, I feel skinnier. So maybe it's all about how I act. Who knows? That's just what I thought. And also, yeah, I mean, speaking to Natalie is great. I'm glad that I'm still able to speak to her. It's not like she hates me now or something, even though I hate her. Um, I mean, she definitely hates me too, I guess. But it's not like she'll never ever speak to me ever again. Like, maybe she'll say happy birthday to me again this year. Who knows? Maybe I'll say happy birthday to Mary again. Who knows? Um, but, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. No, last time I and Natalie spoke, I talked about how I plan to have my character become a villain, or wanting to become a villain at least. And she said it's laughable. The idea of me acting like a villain is laughable, because and to me it makes sense. Like, to me, I can be anyone because I am me. I understand me, but other people don't. They see me as a dude, who's one dimensional, who has this personality, and that's it. And it's largely based off of how I act, especially at school. Because back then, not only do I look very skinny and weak and awkward, I act very awkward and I act very embarrassing, but it's all about my movements. Like, really, it's all about the acting, like how I walk, like I don't know how to describe it, but it's the way I walk, it's the way I laugh, and the way I point at things and move my arms and extend my legs in a very timid manner, and the way I blurt out sentences that make me feel like someone dumb and one dimensional, like some side supporting character. When in fact, in real life, when I'm alone, like right now, I don't act like that. This is the real me. But for some reason, at school, in front of people, I have to act this way. I don't know why. I have to act in a way where I'm like, but I'm not like this right now. See, I'm talking with like with a clear voice, and I'm raising my hand. See, but when I'm in front of others, I don't do this shit. I don't act like this automatically. I don't know why. So I guess I need to work on that. Um, it's all about the acting, man. It's all about the acting. Next time I see people, I'm gonna act my way out of things. I'm gonna act. It is 12:21. On April 10th, I think. Fuck's sakes. All right. So I just woke up half an hour ago. I immediately spent a long time writing down the dreams I had. But essentially I had two dreams, and I have to immediately talk about it. It's urgent. The first one is quite simple and not that important, where I dreamed that I was going to hang out with a woman, not necessarily in a dating way, but just hanging out, and that was quite nice. And then Anne suddenly came up to me and said, let's hang out too. It's the second dream that really made me feel sad and cynical the moment I wake up, the moment I realize that it's not real. I feel pain. Essentially, it all started in the toilet, or the bathroom of my school, but you can't take a bath in there, so it's toilet. Where I was me and a bunch of other boys were changing our clothes. Like, we were originally wearing PE clothes, but we were all changing it to our school formal uniform, preparing for the graduation ceremony of sorts. And Nick was there with me as well. So at that point it was like an alternate reality. So I was like, right now I have the same haircut, and I look like this, and I just feel really cynical and angry about my school life. So out of anger, I yelled out loud, "Fuck, fuck, fuck," like Michael Gira in that Swan song, "She Loves Me." And I immediately ran into the elevator along with other boys, and we left. And then we walked towards the school hall, and I was tiptoeing. I was half wearing my shoes, and I was wearing white socks, but on my hands I was holding a pair of black socks. And I was a little confused. Why am I holding a pair of black socks? I walked into the school hall, and I see that other people in the school hall are also wearing black socks. And I asked Nick, like, do we have to wear black socks for a ceremony? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, haha, I'm so smart. See, I'm holding a pair of black socks. I'm really smart. And, but I'm saying in a very satirical way, because whenever I talk with Nick, I always joke around, because Nick is the kind of person that I'm really comfortable speaking to. So I always joke around, I always act satirical. And then I and Nick got separated, and I became really serious, and I became really like nervous as well, because it's been a long time since I've seen all of these people. And at some point Dean showed up, and the girls were all like really surprised at how tall Dean became and how buff Dean became. And Dean also had like gray hair, and I jokingly said, "Wow, Dean, how's your son?" And yeah, I said that in Cantonese as well. And yeah, that's just it. And I didn't see Mary. But now, this is the content of the dream, and I'm supposed to feel kind of happy in the dream, at the same time angry and nervous and bitter and cynical. But when I wake up, I feel sad and also cynical, because I realize that if something like this happens, say the graduation dinner, this is probably going to be what happens. People are going to change, people are going to laugh at each other, poke fun, have fun, chat. That's it. I'm going to be totally out of the equation. People will not care about me. I go there, it's just like the old days. I go there, people will not care about me. And the fact that Nick is in the UK right now, and Cedric is also in the UK right now, two of my closest friends are not in Hong Kong. Thus, they cannot attend this event. Thus, I'm there and I'm totally alone. Natalie, sure. But I haven't seen her in months. In 8 months. Haven't had a meal with her in almost an entire year. And I don't speak to her all that often nowadays. I speak to her once every 3 weeks or so. And the worst part is that I don't even fucking care anymore. Like, sure. Don't talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me. And there's Leo and Pink, who will definitely care about me, but they have Bean Gang, okay? So who would they rather be with, me or Bean Gang? They would choose Bean Gang, and I would try to fit in with Bean Gang. I can, but it would make me look like an idiot. So if grad din happens, Leo and Pink will stick with Bean Gang. I'm not gonna fucking care. Zara and Miriam, that's great. They may talk with me a little while, but ultimately, they have their own gang, right? They have Claire and Nash, and I don't know. Miriam has her own gang. Zara's probably gonna hang out with Natalie, who's gonna stick with Grant, because Grant is her boyfriend. They be fucking. And I'm just gonna be there, standing alone like an idiot. And you know what? Who fucking cares at that point? Who fucking cares? I'm gonna be sitting on the ground, not even looking at my phone, because there's no point. I'm just gonna not care anymore. So this is what I'm saying, man. If the graduation dinner happens, I'm going. But the only reason I'm going is to look at Mary one more time in the eye and see her beautiful eyes. for the last time in my life. Okay? So if Mary's not going, there's no point in going to graduation dinner because we all know that it's going to be pointless anyways. We've all changed. We all live in a broken, dystopian society where all of our lives are bland and broken and useless and meaningless and nothing matters and everyone has become empty, flat, one-dimensional people who are not interesting anymore. Nothing is interesting in this world anymore. We are living in such a hopeless world, you know? So this little grad thing, nothing's gonna change from this, okay? The world is gonna be as sad and as broken as always. The only reason I go there is something personal. You could even say it's something for pleasure because when I see Mary's eyes, I feel satisfied. There's nothing grand about this. It's just some cheap shit. Cheap, but it costed me $2,000. Thanks for stealing $2,000 from me, Shangri-La Hotel. Yeah. Yeah. There's not much else to say. It's a sham. It's a scam. And I'm going to continue living this life. That alternate reality, that's great and all. But this is real life now, and I have to move on. I know that the reality is sad, it's piss, it's empty and dull and bland. That is the reality we're living in right now. And I completely understand that. But at least there's some truth to this one. Rather than the pissy party that is the graduation dinner. So, once again, dreams have brought me guidance, okay? You know, I flashed back to Form 1, at the end of Form 1, when I really wanted to tell Jordana and Linda the truth about me and why I've been so scared of them, but I didn't know if I should do it or not, and Bernice advised me not to. But then I had this dream where Jordana and Linda held my hands, and Bernice's hands as well for some reason, in the middle of a sky, in an orange and yellow pavilion floating in the sky. And then after that dream, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Dreams bring me guidance. They bring me guidance. And yeah, that's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have breakfast now, and I'm gonna do, the usual stuff for the rest of the day. Nothing interesting. Alright, so it's 2:53 p.m. Something came up and then went away really fast. And that is Leo once again had invited me to his place to play mahjong. Except, he invited me and I said, yeah, that's fine. And then he said, okay, now I'm gonna try to find the fourth person. And so he wasn't like considering, like, oh, like this is very much on the spot, and yeah, and then like a few minutes later he texted me saying, I'm sorry, I can't find the fourth person. So I'm like, okay, well, I appreciate this honestly a lot. Yeah. Even though I still stand by what I just said in the morning, the fact that graduation dinner is pretty much pointless at this point. And this actually gave me a really good idea of how I want my character to be at the final stage. Because, the main character of my passion story goes from being a timid, paranoid, very anxious, awkward person to someone who sees that the world has a lot of conflicts and chaos and tries to end that until he ending up inside the chaos and becomes someone who wants war. It backfires on him and he becomes very lonely. He tries to make friends and fails. He becomes a very cynical person. And then at the very end, So my character goes through several arcs, and then at the very end, the appropriate final stage for him is not to be cynical or anything, but to be nihilist. And in a way, he's not even mad at anything anymore. I mean, sure, he still has personal feelings, but in a way, he just doesn't care about anything anymore because the world has no meaning in it. And yeah, it's great that I finally figured it out. Alright, time now is 9:53 p.m. Yeah, yeah, nothing happened. Nothing important happened. I want to stop doing this, but I'll say this anyways. Leo and Pink had dinner with Topher and... Oh, Anthony just suddenly texted me. Leo and Pink and Topher and Lucy decided to have dinner together, a double date, so they say. Yeah, it's something that I'll never ever experience in my life. Even if I somehow have a date, having a date while socializing with other people who are dating, now that's a next level socializing. And never gonna happen to me. I had a hot pot dinner, which is alright. And yeah, that's all. I'm gonna do some college homework. I'm gonna watch anime, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow, if nothing goes wrong, I will go out and do some workout. Apparently, I only did workout 4 times in the last 4 months, and like since 2021 began, which is kind of shocking. I thought I did way more than that. I thought I did 5 times or 6 times. So I'm gonna do one tomorrow. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. And yeah, Anthony is texting me about Attack on Titan, of course. And there you go. Alright, time now is 1:59 p.m. on April 11th. I had 2 dreams, 2 separate dreams. The first one is, both of these dreams are also really school related, which is a little weird, given that yesterday I also dreamed about school, and it left me in a really sad state of mind. And today it sort of continued, except these dreams are more, I guess, a little bit more optimistic, in that the first one is where it's music lesson, and I forgot to bring my music textbooks, and I wandered around this like the classroom for a long time, and we were supposed to go to the music room, but I stayed behind in my classroom to look for the textbooks, and I spent so much time in my own classroom. It's already like 2/3 the way of the music lesson. Like, it's already 2/3 over, and I'm still not at the music room, so that's crazy. And the second dream is more into the future, where people like me, Jordana, Nick, and a bunch of other people, we were older now, and we were back at school sort of visiting, and like, it was lunchtime, and the entire school is flooded with kids, like students, and we wanted to get out, so the teachers had to like arrange us to get out of the school to have lunch. So there's that, nothing all that significant. Anyways, what I'm gonna do today, nothing special. I'm gonna do the usual. I'm gonna edit a Minecraft video, upload 2 Minecraft videos. I'm also gonna play Minecraft. Okay, so for the next week, right, I don't have college. I don't need to attend any classes. But that doesn't really change much. I'm still going to make a lot of YouTube videos. I'm still going to regularly go out and work out. Now, for many other people, it is the last few weeks of their semester, so everybody's going to be really busy. So I really don't expect myself to be seeing people like Zara or Leo or hell, not Natalie. So it's going to be pretty lonely. And on top of that, I just finished my, and by just, I mean 4 days ago, or 5, I don't freaking know. 5 days ago, I finished my screenplay from a tiny ass short film, And here's the thing, the short film guy, he's busy. So this means that I'll spend a lot of time not doing anything important for the next week. This means it's going to be extremely boring. So there's that. It's not like I have other choice. It's not like I have a way to get out of this boredom. Yeah. I'm gonna also work out today. Go out and work out. Take a shower. Be a man. Be a bro. Um. Yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. Of course, I'm gonna have to do college homework, especially for the anthropology stuff. Um, because there's a lot of anthropology stuff. But that's to be expected. Usually, when there's break, there's homework. It's normal. Yeah, that's all. Um, hip hip hooray, I guess. Here I am at around 7:15 p.m. The weather is fine. It's 26 degrees ish, 24 actually. So, given that I had a good night's sleep and that I want to amp up my work out, I'm going to do 80 push-ups, 80 sit-ups, and 30 jumps. Mark my words. Alright, time now is 11:04 p.m. I carried my word. I did 80 push-ups, 80 sit-ups, and 30 jumps. I feel tired, but I'm actually surprised that it's like I don't feel dead. I think I don't know. I think I'm getting better. Like I think I'm like yeah. I think I'm getting good at doing push-ups, I guess. Which is great. I'm speed running unrecognizability. Yes. I don't want people to recognize me. If they used to know me, psych, you don't know me anymore. I'm gonna look different, I'm gonna act different, I'm gonna speak differently. I'm gonna be a stranger to them. It's gonna be great, okay? Um yeah, that's all. Um hmm. Well, I spent a long time playing Minecraft. Long time. I'm gonna do college homework now, watch an episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, go to bed, end of story, hip hip hooray. Um, yeah, nothing else. I really, it's a sham that, my spring break begins and everyone else's Easter break ends, so, yeah. Not gonna do much. Just living a life a living. Um, yeah. My aunt came by to have dinner with us today, and she had done so for quite a few times in the last couple of months. And yeah, she very um actively talked a lot about how my future is going to be. When I go to USA, are there going to be any racist attacks against me? Also, some other stuff like movies, the Oscars, music as well. Um, but yeah, that's all. Nothing exciting, I guess. What am I doing? Time now is 1:55 p.m. on April 12th. So yesterday before I slept, it was about 12 in the midnight. I say 12:30, and suddenly Leo asked me if I want to join, and I'm like, join what? What join? Join what? And it's Discord. Basically, suddenly, randomly, Nick, Leo, Pink, we're in the Discord, and I don't even know that Pink has a Discord. Now I know Pink has a Discord, but I don't know Pink's Discord. So I joined in, and we just talked a little bit. Nothing all that crazy. Just joked around a little bit. Marty joined halfway through, and then we just talked and talked, and like I was bored, and I played Minecraft, and I streamed my own Minecraft on there. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing all that crazy. Um, and then I went to bed at around 12:30. I woke up and I had a simple breakfast slash lunch of the salad and macaroni variety. And Natalie suddenly WhatsApped me saying Diamond White is such a vibe, and I'm like, who's that? Um, I don't know why, man. And then Anthony continued talking about how much he's disappointed at the ending of Attack on Titan. But that's pretty much just it. People are remembering that I exist again. But that being said, though, I still stand by what I said maybe a day ago or 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago, when I had the grad din dream. Not exactly grad din dream, more like a graduation dream again. Life is pain. Um, yeah. I believe the short film guy is busy, so nothing's gonna happen this week. I mean, I finished my short film. I wrote down what kind of shots I want to use for certain scenes. I wrote down some specific details of the clothes, the costumes, and the props that people are going to use in my screenplay. In my short film, I wrote down all the dialogues really clear and crisp. I wrote down all the necessary stuff, exterior, interior, all that good stuff. I wrote everything down already, and I don't expect myself to rewrite any of that. So in the meantime, instead of getting ahead of myself and work on my old script again, I don't think I'm gonna do that because there is a chance that I may not even be able to make conspiracies. So I'm just not going to do that. So what's left for me? Now, I still got college homework to do. Yes, it's spring break, but there's still a bunch of anthropology stuff that I have to do, a bunch of lectures that I have to listen to. So I'm going to continue doing that every single day. In the meantime, nothing else. YouTube and YouTube. And I guess weight gain. My legs aren't really that sore even though I jumped 30 times yesterday. Maybe next time I'll go for 40 or even a 50. My chest does feel really sore, which is a great thing. My abdomen is not sore, not really. So I didn't do enough sit-ups to make my abdomen feel sore. I didn't do enough sit-ups, man. I mean, 80 is plenty, but and my arms feel kind of fine. The only place that's sore is my chest. So I did enough push-ups, but I don't think I did enough sit-ups or jumps. So next time I'll turn them up. Okay. But for now, that is that. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, nothing else. Time now is 7:19 p.m. I'm just gonna do this quick video thing. I checked my college schedule, and yeah, apparently fall will also be online. Now that's not entirely true. I went to my college website and checked that the president of the college had a few words saying that the fall will be a combination of online and in person. So I checked the schedule, and it's all online. I don't know why, but that's great news because this means I don't have to go to USA this early because apparently 1 out of 10 people in LA have had the corona. That's fucking insane. Who would want to go there? Plus, there's all the racist attacks and all that uh, forest fire. Like, USA is not a good place to be in. Um, and also, I get to stay in Hong Kong for a few more months, which means I have more time to make another short film if I can, you know? Even though last time I spent 3 years, not even last time, like so far, I've spent 3 years on that short film just to abandon it because why not? Abandoning things and giving things up are fun, is fun. I don't know anymore. I normally, especially nowadays, whenever I have good news or whatever news, I wouldn't tell anyone because there's no point. No one cares. But I decided to send it to Natalie since Natalie suddenly randomly spoke to me this morning. So I sent it to her, and of course, she doesn't care. Um, yeah, that is all. Now, this also posed a bit of a problem for me because in um, in fall 2021, I planned four courses that are pretty intensive, and I think that's gonna ruin my schedule quite a bit, especially if I want to continue making short films during fall. So I may have to reorganize my college schedule, the whole thing, all over again. But yeah, aside from that, not much happened actually, honestly. This week is going to be incredibly boring, by the way. Um, I played a lot of Minecraft just now. I have nothing else better to do. And, yeah. There's nothing I can do right now other than Minecraft and college homework and YouTube stuff. And that's like the same few things I've done in the last 200 days. So, yeah. So time now is 11:40 p.m. on April 12th. Let me just wrap it up right here. Yeah, really didn't do much today. I didn't do too much. Uh I've given some thought on the whole I can only leave when it's December thing. Um like me not leaving until December basically means that I have to suffer for another 8 months. That means I'm gonna have to live a boring life for the next 8 months. 8 months. Okay? 240 days. More than that. And it's going to suck. Sure, they're short films, but that doesn't really mean anything. That doesn't fulfill anything. I mean, that's a dream that I go after, but it's nowhere near as the 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 flame that I have when I was back in secondary school. You know, the my passion, not passion, but my motivation to continue living every single day because I want to know people. You know, I feel like 2 years ago I still had something to live for, but nowadays there's only short film, and that's it for the next 8 months. And if I go to USA after 8 months and I somehow found another solid ass reason to care about life, which is very unlikely, then I guess I have an excuse to abandon everything that I have right now. So yeah, life is suffering. Life is suffering. Um that's all. That's all. Alright, so time now is 2:23 p.m. on April 13th. We're already halfway through April and nothing has happened so far, which is amazing. I love it when I waste my time. And you know, being unproductive is makes me feel really fucking good. Um, yeah. So anyways, I couldn't fall asleep immediately. I just can't. And I woke up at around 1 something, like 1:15 p.m. So I slept for quite some time. Had a really small dream, nothing significant. I think I dreamed about talking to Natalie and her being nice to me, which is rare and weird. Whenever she acts nice towards people, I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know? That's not you. Anyways, yeah, not much else really. I'm gonna continue developing my TV show idea, which I will have to turn into an assignment quite some time later. And I realized that my TV show idea is maybe a little bit too complicated for someone like me to write it because um, usually TV shows are linear, and I'm not talking about like chronologically, like how we see things, you know, it's pretty simple and straightforward. But the way I write it, it's like it constantly goes one step backwards, and it's just it's a little complicated, and I haven't even written the characters, like developed them at all, so I need to do that like right now. So yeah, that's all. I did have a small conversation with Zara yesterday before I slept, and just then, I guess, where I told her, you know, hey, I'm gonna stay in Hong Kong until December, most likely, and then I said I'm gonna be suffering for the next 8 months, and then after that I'm gonna suffer, but in a different way, which is terrible because suffering is all my life. That's all I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. Um, yeah. All right. So time now is 10:16 p.m. Um, I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Life is boring, and that's a problem because whenever I'm bored, I think. Whenever I think, I get upset. So you can't make me bored because that's not good. That's not a good idea. I cannot be bored. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I know it's almost a year since the end of everything. What day am I at right now? 330 something? 340? And, yeah, it's been... How? I mean, me, Natalie, Grant, and Zara having a chat together in a cafe just happened. Actually, no, it's already been 1 whole year. What happened? And then I look forward and I realize that this new life that I'm leading, where I spend hours upon hours upon hours every single day in my bedroom doing the same few things, thinking and acting and saying the same few things over and over and over again, it's just, it's not imprisoning, because I can go out if I want to. I can still talk to people. But this is what life is. This is normal life. And it's nowhere near as interesting or as meaningful as the life that I used to have when I was in secondary school. Back then, I am living in a story. I am the main character of my own story. But when the story ended, I ended. I'm no longer playing a person. I'm no longer a character. I don't change anymore. My new life has no meaning anymore, you know? There's nothing interesting about my life right now. Nothing. It's been over a year and there's nothing. And I wonder if this is the same for everyone else, to be honest. But I don't think so, because nobody else is like complaining or anything. You know, they're living their own lives. But here I am, living, not even living. I'm not living. I don't feel like I'm alive, man. I feel like I'm dead. I feel like a robot. I feel like I just keep doing and saying the same things. I'm just not alive, man. I'm just not alive. And I highly doubt that I will be for the rest of my entire life. Like, this is life now, okay? This is life now, okay? I do normal things now, you know? I eat whenever I want. You know, I eat food, I sleep, I listen to music, I make YouTube videos, I watch TV and movies, and that's my life now. And yes, I do that kind of stuff back in the days too, but those stuff are not important, you know? Back in the days, back in the secondary school days, what do? It's hard to describe, man, but a year ago, or actually 2 years ago, because a year ago it's already like preparing for the DSE. Maybe 2 years ago, what am I doing, man? 2 years ago, I mean, just read my diaries, watch my school update videos. What was I doing 2 years ago, on the exact same day, April 13th? What did I do on this day 2 years ago? What did I do? So 2019 April, that is still Form 5, and LAD is around the corner. I remember that. And on LAD, what did I do? Right, I and Nick tried to infiltrate Potato Gang. We tried to, especially me. You know, it wasn't Nick's idea. It was me. It was my idea. I wanted to get along with Potato Gang, so I joined them deliberately. And we had burgers together for lunch on that day, and they were actually friendly to me, and I'm like, wow, actually Potato Gang is way better than Bean Gang, and I should stick closer to Potato Gang. Another reason why I stick closer to Potato Gang is because I know Potato Gang has connections with Mary, and there is a chance, however slight it may be, that I can somehow be with Mary. Oh, speaking of Mary, 1024, lucky number, huh? See, I'm the main character of my own story. I want to make friends and I want Mary, so I try to get along with Potato Gang, however challenging it may be. I try to do that. and I was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. You know, there were malls and streets around me, and I was following Potato Gang, and they were like, "Yeah, let's just go get some burgers," and I was like, "Okay, let's go," and they didn't really mind or anything. I mean, they didn't really care, but to me, it was challenging. Like I was swimming against the currents. You know, back in the days, man, I was swimming against the currents. Back in the days, I was swimming against the currents. You know, the what did I do for the Chinese project? Huh? Nobody picked me. Nobody would, you know, ask me to be a partner. Okay, nobody did that. Not even Nick. And I was lonely. I was worried. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then I asked around. Turns out Ernest also didn't have a partner, so I asked Ernest, you know, let's be partners in this Chinese project, and we became partners in the project, and we did the project together, and it was cool. And that was a turn of events, like a story, like a little surprise in a story. I feel like I was living in a story. I feel like I was every single day, the moment I wake up, it's like I'm living in a story. You know, it is written, man. It is written. What the hell am I doing now? I wake up, breakfast / lunch, music, every single day. Nothing is written nowadays. There is nothing worth caring about in my entire life. Right now, my new life. There's not one bit interesting about my new life. I just sit here in my room and I rot. That's what I do. And occasionally I go do some exercise. I go work out. I do push-ups, sit-ups. I listen to music. So what? Who cares? 2 years ago, I was swimming against the currents. Okay, 2 years ago. You know what happened 2 years ago? You know what happened 2 years ago? Right? I really wanted to speak to Mary, and I almost said hey, and that was one of the craziest moments. And I was with Leo and Pink, and we were leaving the classroom, and Mary suddenly showed up out of nowhere, and I'm like, holy fuck. And then she like swerved by right beside me, and I was about to say hey, but I kind of hesitated. See, that's something to care about. What the fuck am I doing right now? There's nothing. A good story contains conflict. I have no conflict right now other than I'm trying to write a short film, except the conflict this time, so there's nothing interesting about that. A good story needs twists and turns. There are no twists and turns in my new life. Everything is as direct and as straightforward and as simple as possible. A good story requires a network of characters. A network of characters, my ass. It's me, and myself alone. There's nothing going on in my life. My life is a void. My life is blank right now. That is my life now. Okay, I don't live anymore. I stopped living. Ever since May 11th, 1 p.m., I just stopped living. Nothing else after that matters. Nothing else after that worthy of diary. You know, for all I care, I could just delete all my thoughts update videos. Who cares? I mean, sure, once in a while something interesting happens, like me, Zara, and Miriam and the lion going to Chunwan. That is a very memorable day. Sure, love train, you know. Me, Natalie, Grand, Zara in the Hong Kong U, and the dozens of times I met up with Leo and Pink. True, but that's just us meeting up as friends. That's great, but is it me trying to have dinner with Cedric for one last time while withstanding the awkwardness of the atmosphere sitting right across my mortal or one of my enemies? That is Topher? No. Like, every single thing I do nowadays makes so much sense and is so simple and straightforward and direct and normal, and there is not a single bit of excitement in my life. I don't take risks anymore. Again, back then, with the I can think of hundreds and hundreds of moments in my school life where I take risks Not because I'm a bold, courageous man. I was cowardly. I was awkward, but I had to because I was pushed to. Because there's pressure. Because there's the stress. It's like danger around me on all four sides, man. And what's around me right now? Walls, dry walls on all four sides. That's what's happening. But back then it was danger. It was real danger, skin crawling danger. I'm talking Tyrus is snagging my best friend Cedric, and then Cedric suddenly announced that he's going to Scotland, making things even more depressing for me. And then there's a Natalie's crazy freakouts, and then Topher and Topher and Grant arguing, and then people are like asking me like what's going on. People were actually living together with me, you know? Like people would like one time I finished a biology assignment faster than Selena, and Selena went up to me and said fuck you. At least that's something. Nothing like that happens nowadays. I finish an assignment. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? I finished a test. Who cares if I get a high score or low score? There's no stress. There's no excitement, okay? Oh, sure, I finished a script. Who fucking cares? You know what I should care? Like what I had cared is biology drawing. Hell, I don't want to do that. I suck at drawing, but I still have to, and everybody's doing it. And I just raged on the table in the middle of the classroom, man. I raged on that piece of paper where I was trying to draw this I forgot what I was drawing. A mammary gland, I think. And people are like, "Man, your drawing is so ugly," and I just erased the whole thing. I remember that crystal clear. At least there was something exciting about my life. Now there is nothing exciting about my life. My life is nothing. My life is bland. It's dull. It's nothing. There's nothing stressful about my life. There's nothing worrying about my life. There's nothing to root for. In a good story, you need characters you root for. Do I root for me? No. Because I don't have goals and wants anymore. Like, I want Mary, but we all know that that's not possible. Who do I root for? Cedric? He's in Scotland, and he wouldn't tell anyone anything. So who cares? Would I root for Natalie? Who knows, man? Natalie's having a great, successful life. Would I root for Leo and Pink? I mean, yeah, they're great, but am I invested in whatever conflicts they have? Are they even experiencing any conflicts? Who knows, man? Who knows? In a good story, you need world building. Look at my room. World building.